So I built an office in my closet. Let me explain. Okay, so here's the explanation for why I built an office slash studio in my tiny closet. Currently, me and my family live in a rented townhouse. We love it, it's really nice, but it's just not big enough for us and our growing family. We're constantly trying to find a new house because we need more space, but for right now, this is where we're at, so I'm determined to make the most of it. That being said, I don't have a dedicated studio space. I'm actually currently in our basement right now, which, as you can probably see behind me, we have a lot of gym equipment. Everything else over here is just full of storage. So this isn't really an option for me. So I kind of had to brainstorm and just create a space where I didn't think I was gonna have one, which leads us to the closet. The first step was to get all my clothes and kind of storage stuff out of there, which I'm not gonna show you because that's super boring and nobody wants to see it. But that was step one, get all my stuff out of there. The main thing I needed to find to make it work was a desk that was skinny enough and short enough to actually fit in there. So I measured out my dimensions and I found a cheap desk on Amazon that would fit. It's really snug, but it works. It's nothing fancy, it's not super stable, but it works. So that was just a cheap desk off Amazon. I'll link everything I have in this video down in the description for you guys so you can check it out if you want. But yeah, so started off with the desk. It fits, it's nice, it's white, yeah, it fits. The next most important part of my setup is the monitors. Now I have two monitors. I really wanted to have a dual monitor setup here, and I knew I wasn't gonna have enough room in my desk to set them up, so I decided to wall mount them using like the extendable arms, and that's actually worked out really well. Now the reason I wanted to was I have my 27-inch gaming monitor up top, and then I have my 34-inch productivity monitor below. And I don't always use the top one for gaming, but that's its main function. And I don't know, I think it's really cool. I kind of feel like Tony Stark when I have one monitor down here and one monitor up here. I really like the way it looks, and it's functional. I enjoy being able to have something playing up here and then working down here, or kind of pull the top one down, do some gaming, put it up, it's out of the way, and they're both mounted to the wall, so they're not sitting on my cheap wobbly Amazon desk. So that's super nice. I will link the monitor arms in the description. I don't remember the brand name of them, but I will make sure I link those for you guys. And as for the monitors themselves, they're both LG UltraGear monitors. The top one is 27 inches, the bottom one is 34. It's kind of the curved ultra wide. And they've been great monitors for me. They're nothing fancy, they're not OLED, they're not, you know, any crazy specs, but they get the job done, and yeah, I've enjoyed them so far. And the computer that I do all my work on, that I'm running this whole setup off of, is my MacBook 16-inch M1 Max. And that's just been a great laptop for me. I've not had issues with it. It's a powerhouse, it does everything I need it to do really well. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of running my whole system off of, and that's what I use to work on my main productivity monitor with. So my typical setup for when I'm working at my desk is I have my main monitor up front, and then I'll have my MacBook closed, plugged into the monitor, and then put to the side. That way I can just work off the main monitor, and then I'll just have a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse to work off the main monitor. And right now for the mouse, I'm running the MX Master 3S, which is a phenomenal mouse. If you don't have it, I highly recommend you get one. There's actually an MX Master 4 now, I believe, which looks even better. I'm sure they just improved upon what is already there, but the 3 has been great for me. Yeah, great mouse by Logitech. And then for the keyboard, I change this up quite a bit. I move between the Apple keyboard, a Logitech, but right now I'm running the Aula 75, which is super nice. It's got the topographical keycaps. It's just a super fun tactile keyboard. Got cool RGB patterns, so I've been enjoying using that lately. And the mouse pad slash desk mat that I chose for this setup is a really nice kind of felt desk mat. I don't really like the traditional ones. The feel of them kind of is nails on chalkboard for me, so this one has a really nice texture to it. It's nice and big, and then it's also a great mouse pad, so that's what I've chosen for the desk mat. That's the mouse and keyboard setup. Let's keep moving. Okay, moving over to the more gaming side of my setup. I am not a PC gamer. I would love to build one someday. I'm actually kind of planning it. It's in the works. You'll see a video about it in the near future. But as for right now, I am just a console guy. I have the Xbox Series X. I've had that for a couple years now. I got it when it first came out. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, I grew up on Xbox. I've always been an Xbox guy. I do love controller games. So yeah, it's just the standard Series X. And then like I said, I run that into my 27-inch monitor up top. And yeah, it's the dream setup. It's super fun. I have all the games I enjoy. So yeah, that's the current gaming setup. And then some of the peripherals for that, I have the GameSir T7 Pro, the wired one. It's actually the really cool floral design, which I think is limited edition. Either way, it's super cool. I've really enjoyed the GameSir controller. I actually have a video on it that I just put out not too long ago that I'll link down below and put right here for you guys to check out. But yeah, I've really enjoyed that controller. It hasn't let me down. The Hall effect sticks and switches, super great, no stick drift. So that's the controller I'm using. And then the headset that I've had for years that is super great quality and has never let me down is the Razer Blackshark V2. It runs about 50 bucks. I know there are much nicer options out there. This headset has never let me down, guys. I've enjoyed it. It's super comfortable. It's extremely lightweight. It is wired, but honestly, that doesn't bother me too much. So yeah, it's been an amazing headset for me, and I would highly recommend you pick one up if you're on the market for like a not a super expensive headset. Okay, and the last gaming peripheral is the chair that I actually use for my whole setup. This is the DPS Centurion. It's a super comfortable chair. I believe it runs about $200. Again, I'll link this down below, just like everything else. But yeah, it's a super comfortable chair. I'm not a super picky guy when it comes to my chair, but I do know a bad chair is a bad day. So make sure you have a nice chair, and this one's great. Yeah, that's the chair I'm rocking. Okay, so that's everything on the work/productivity and then the gaming side of things. Let's talk about some of the just random pieces and things that I have on my desk. Okay, so one of the things that I added to this setup to help give it a little more life and just make it a little more workable, I guess, is I added an LED light strip on the back just to give me some backlighting. Like I said, make it feel a little bit more cozy. And this is just a simple Govee LED light strip. They're super nice. They're super affordable. Again, I'll link this, but they just, yeah, it's a super nice LED strip. They have a great app that you can use to turn it on or turn it off, or you can just use the physical switch. But yeah, they're RGB, pretty simple. You've got a bunch of different lights to choose from. You know, it's small, it's sleek, it stays out of the way. So that's what I'm using for the backlighting setup. And of course, we can't forget one of my favorite things and one of the most important things on my desk setup, and that is my Legos. Right now, I just have good old Captain Rex sitting right there next to my laptop. If you don't know who Captain Rex is, I don't know what you're doing. You gotta get after that. I love Legos, always love Legos, always will. All right, now that I've walked you through what's on my desk, I'm gonna go over some pros and cons of this setup, how it's been for me, what I think about it, and would I recommend it for you guys. So the first pro of this setup is it's super compact. Obviously, that was the whole point of it. I can literally move my chair, close the doors, and you can't see it, it's gone. That's also one of the biggest cons is it's taking up my bedroom closet. So obviously I can't use that for my clothes and my storage and whatnot. Kind of a pro and con, but I knew that going in. Obviously it's taking up my closet, so that's the first pro. Another pro for this setup, and this may be unique to me, I don't know how you guys are, but I really love kind of a cozy setup. I like to be kind of tucked in places. So I really like this setup. I like the way it feels. I don't enjoy having a big space where I'm trying to work in. I don't know, I feel like I get kind of lost in it, and like I said, I like to feel kind of cozy. So it's kind of a nice snug little workspace. I feel like I'm at a workbench, you know, makes things more intimate when I'm trying to do creative work. So I really enjoy that part of it. Now, to some people that could be a con. Some people need to, you know, spread out, move their stuff around. I get it, but for me, that's a major plus. And then just kind of wrapping this video up, guys, I want to share just my experience with it, how it's been, if I've enjoyed it or not. And yeah, kind of like I said before, it's been super great for me. I enjoy it. It is definitely a temporary solution to a long-term problem, which is me having a full-blown studio, which is the dream one day. Like I said, I just can't have it in our current housing situation, but I've really enjoyed it. It is a good temporary solution. I'm able to get the work done that I need to, do some gaming when I want to. Yeah, and then I can kind of just tuck it away and it's out of the way. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. If you're kind of in a similar situation, I would recommend getting creative, trying to find, you know, even the smallest space that's tucked away in your place where you think maybe you can't make something happen there. I would encourage you to just try it, you know, shove a tiny desk in a corner and see what you can make happen. Honestly, it's kind of part of the creative process for me. I really enjoy challenge and just figuring things out, making something out of nothing. So yeah, I super appreciate you guys trying to build this channel. I need to work on my consistency and putting out good quality videos every week. That's my goal. So I really appreciate you guys watching this. Like I said earlier, I will link all of these products in the description below if you want to pick something up or just check it out and see if you're going to try and do something similar. So thank you again, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you in the next video.